Hello Libra, FlashMan here. This is your tarot reading for right now. You know in the first minute or two if this is for you. Oh, what a great way to start. Libra, you're starting with the Ace of Cups. Okay, so this is the hand of God saying to you, Libra, here it is. You've done some work on yourself. Your cup overfloweth. Now is a chance for you to get back just as much as you're putting out, and vice versa. So what a beautiful card. Look at this cup overflowing here. This blue I'm seeing is not just emotion, but spirituality. So there's a real sense of you spreading your aura around. So some of you, if you've been making yourself a bit more visible publicly somehow, perhaps online, people are really starting to get some kind of overflow from you, okay? So what a great way to start. So it looks like you've done some work on yourself. You're really meditating perhaps to that crown chakra. People are starting to see you as the shining light, and it's giving you a lot of joy, okay, that you can pat yourself on the back that you've come this far. And so what's contributed to this? You have the Emperor. So the Emperor shows up perhaps when you've just had some kind of a promotion. You've followed perhaps some strict guidelines and routines. Okay, so perhaps you've done, some of you have been like a real boot camp situation, a spiritual boot camp, and you're really starting to feel that connection, some kind of ascension that you've had, and you're thinking, yes, I've made it, or you're on the way. But this took a lot of hard work, perhaps a lot of sacrifice and following a lot of rules. Perhaps there was some fasting that had to be done, perhaps meditating at certain times of the day or for certain periods. But the Emperor energy is generally about structure, procedures, and some kind of promotion. And this has brought you all this hard work that you've done. Don't forget, this Emperor used to be a knight out in the battlefield. Have a look, he's got his battle boots on. He's done the work and he deserves to be there. So you've reached this position because you've done the work and you stuck to the rules and procedures of whatever that was, the rituals perhaps. And if you set some rituals perhaps back in the eclipses or a new moon sometime, you're really starting to see the positive results of that. So rituals do work. Okay, so in your conscious goal, you have the Sun card. Yes, up and up. You just want to keep moving. You just want to keep this light shining toward you, Libra, because you're feeling so good. And look at this child here. He's just happy to be vulnerable and okay. There's no darkness at all in this card. It's a beautiful, happy card. There's purity there. There's fertility. And it's just, you know it. You know you're in a good space and you want more of this. So what a beautiful energy. Some of you, yes, some of you trying to get pregnant. And if you are, congratulations. I haven't seen any other fertile cards yet, but definitely these ones about promoting yourself and reaching a certain space where you'll be happy in life and ready to have this new child, if this is you. If it's not a child, it could be some kind of giving birth to some creation that you've had for a while. Either way, looking really good. So what's the underlying or unknown influence around here? So there's something that's going on which has impacted everything around you, but you're not sure what it is, or you have no clue what it is. And this is the Eight of Wands. So this is passionate communications, okay? Fast-moving communications. Communications with lots of different people. So I talked before about getting your word out there, getting your message out there, and each one of these wands I'm seeing is a message which is hitting its target. And it's, again, online quite often, but can also be about short trips, okay? Either way, this is what's going on around you now, and it's having an impact on lots of other stuff. So this communication that you're putting out there, it's working. Whether you're speaking to small groups or whether you're speaking, putting something right out there online, people are seeing you and they're really interested in what you've got to say because you're bringing something fulfilling to them. Now, in your recent past, you have this Four of Cups. So the Four of Cups can be sometimes a card of boredom, and perhaps that's what sparked you up to do this new thing. And and it's happened quicker than you thought. So perhaps you've come to a level of spirituality, or even just starting out on a spiritual journey, because you were sort of lost and in a space for a while which didn't really sort of have a direction for you, and you were sitting there, everything looked all right, but your arms were crossed. There was like a period of inactivity. And along comes the universe with this cup here, which I'm thinking could be like the Ace of Cups, and you perhaps didn't see that at the time. And other things have happened which have reinforced this message and put you onto this spiritual journey, or this project, or whatever it is which is giving you so much abundance. Okay, so I'm thinking you did take this cup eventually, and there it is there, that Ace of Cups, which has been brought to you. So beautiful. Okay, in your approaching energy, you have the Page of Swords. So the Page of Swords is about internet research. Quite often can be about gossip as well. So could be a few people talking about you, investigating you. Perhaps you've put something out there, might have been a performance or something, and people are starting to look it up. And then, but when you get a bit famous, there's always going to be people who sort of, it's like a tall poppy syndrome, we call it in Australia, I think, where they want to knock down the big guy. So this is the Page of Swords energy, can be sort of like an internet troll kind of energy I'm feeling. But it's coming toward you, and that's just to be expected. It comes with success, but I'm also seeing a lot more communication this way with this Page of Swords, putting out your messages somewhere. Okay, so messages coming in, messages going out. A lot of backwards and forwards, emails and social media stuff, because of this quiet period that you had. Okay, so what are you bringing to the situation? You've got a choice to make right now, Libra, and it looks like you'd rather not make it. You don't have all the information you'd rather have to make it, but you do have a little bit of time, because the tide is coming in, but the tide comes in quite slowly, doesn't it? But there could have been some deception behind you, which is why you've left. Perhaps you left that island in the background there, perhaps made your way to the rocky waters. You escaped from the deception. You see the moon above that island in the background, so that's behind you now. You've made it to some clear space here on some dry land, and now you've got to decide which way to go. Okay, you don't have all the information you need. You see the blindfold there. You know you need to make a decision sooner or later. You're protecting your heart now, and because this is where you're at. Look, I don't feel that this is a big hurry yet, but you know there's something coming, and perhaps when all this COVID business blows over, then it'll be a better time for you to move forward on this, whatever it is. Okay, in your environment, the way you're seeing the world, the way the world sees you, this is the Hermit card. This is about keeping to yourself quite often, but when you're keeping to yourself, it's not just sitting there watching TV, it's really sort of looking at what you want. You're having a cold, hard look at yourself. This person is older and wiser. And when we're older and wiser, we can drop our ego. We don't care about what others think anymore. And so this person is shining their light inside themselves and saying, well, what do I really think about this? How did I handle this situation? And why did I handle it like that? And when we look at ourselves and honestly ask ourselves these kinds of questions, we come out with a new truth, a sense of honesty about ourselves. And this person's standing on that cold, hard ice there. He's having a cold, hard look at himself. And when we come out of this energy, as I say, we come out a smarter or more evolved person. Okay? Now, in your hopes and fears, you have the Seven of Pentacles. Libra, this is all about a payout, waiting for a payout, waiting for the processes to happen which will bring you this payout. Looks like you've done the work. There's just one more pentacle in front of this person between his feet. He's just got to find some room on that tree to put this pentacle, to rearrange things maybe, and then basically money's in the bank here, which is what I'm seeing, especially because it's number 7, and 7 quite often talks about divine guidance here. There's some kind of divine event here. This, I don't want to say divine payout, but definitely there's some kind of material payout or security coming to you, and it's going to help you feel a lot better. But it is a card of patience, that Seven of Pentacles, all right? So you might just have to hang on a bit longer. Now, in your outcome, you have the Three of Cups. The Three of Cups talks about celebration, finding your tribe. But it does come with a caution, this card. Yes, you'll find your tribe and you'll all have a great time and really feel like you have a shared sense of purpose. But at the end of the day, each of these people goes home to their own lives, their individualist things that they do, okay? And so you see these characters here. One's got one hand on the backside and the other one's hiding some flowers. So even though these people seem to have a shared purpose, they also have their individual purposes for doing things. So just a warning from me for this card is not to rely too much on these people in this tribe, especially if it's like a brand new sort of group that you're mixing with. I wouldn't be giving them too much, I wouldn't be sharing too much info with them, but they are good for you and they're helping you feel a sense of celebration. Now, underneath, you have the Six of Pentacles. Sorry, there we go. Six of Pentacles talks about, again, an inheritance, a payout, some benefactor. Okay, now one person is getting here, you see the young person is getting some and the other person is missing out. So the person giving out this money has to sort of, money or resources, they have to be very careful about getting the balance right. Okay, so perhaps you've been in this position where you need to get this balance right, Libra. Okay, and that could be a challenge for you. That's an underlying energy across the whole reading here. So please let me know if that's resonated for you. Like and subscribe, share it, even if it hasn't resonated, just do it. Okay, thanks. And hopefully talk to you again.